Wait, what the? Huh? I don't get why did he?
Press back.
What happened?
I accidentally pressed back on this one because I keep forgetting I'm not on Discord. So I pressed back on my mouse to, back out. And then I remembered, oh, wait, this is a browser.
Oh crap! Wow, that is shocking.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
All right, well, that's definitely stupid way to start the stream. Anyways,
What?
welcome back. What?
I was about to say, what? Did I just like fucking back out right as you literally.
Yes, right as I was said, going live. Yeah.
Ah,
Wow. It's just like, dang you, Gabe. I expect this from someone like Dio, but not from you.
Dio.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back everybody to another unexpected stream show of Talking Everything. This time I have my long-term frenemy of the channel, Gabe, as a guest today. Unfortunately, we were going to do this earlier, but he got caught up in fighting a boss in Yakuza Kiwami, which took forever, but now we're
Yeah,
finally
tell them that
starting.
boss is a bitch, by the way.
Care to explain that, actually?
Fucking Naruto running, double gun wielding. Let me not do any damage, but take away your entire heat gauge and then heal in your face like a bitch. Ugh.
Oh my gosh, man. I cannot wait until I get to start Kiwami because if it's supposedly it's better, it's supposed to be like much harder than the original first game. So I'm wondering, oh man, what's it gonna be like when I play it then?
Oh,
if
man.
you,
It's fucking AIDS.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you that right now. Early game's AIDS.
yeah. But first, I'm gonna play through Zero first before I get through Kiwami. So,
That's the best.
anyways, so I decided to bring on Gabe today in this unexpected episode. So we're not gonna be going on for too long because there's not too much to cover. But I do plan on keeping this stream up because I really wanted to, because I do that with all my streams like this. Excuse me, and I'm like it, and I really want to hear Gabe's input on things and just have him share them because of the recent things been going on. And let me start by saying this all started yesterday was Aunt Jemima. I mean Jemima. I can't. I don't think. I don't think. Jemima. Yeah. I knew I couldn't pronounce it correctly. It throws me off when someone else pronounces it up incorrectly. But hey,
Jemima.
yeah, Jemima. Oh boy. So, my gosh, don't you got a lot to say about that, Gabe?
You want me to start?
What do you want to start off with about it?
Let's just start off with the big thing that I saw in passing, which was the logo change, and it was the logo and the name. I think I actually forgot it was called Aunt Jemima, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it was the logo and the name change, which they were going to change because of racist origins, which was the case, and it kind of made me sad because like it's a wholesome picture. It's like a happy black lady on a picture of literally pancake syrup more than anything. And
don't forget the pancake mix.
Actually, didn't. I don't think I actually ever bought the pancake mix one, but
its brand is more than just syrup. Though.
Yeah, I know, and I just forgot that detail because I never bought it. But yeah, but the fact that you can make a case for racist background, whatever. But it's just like getting rid of that wholesome old picture, and then you're gonna change it to something else. Like I grew up with that shit. Changing it to something else is just like whatever.
Yeah. But you brought up
the big thing I want to mention with that damn thing is that it's not just changing the picture and brand. They're going like erasing. It feels like you're erasing history by getting rid of that because Aunt Jemima, like that term, sure, has origins in slavery, but like even if it's shit, we should preserve history. That's history. Otherwise, you're not it's not history. But what I really don't like is that that is pretty much strangely, since I hear that the people from Black Lives Matter wants to get rid of that. It feels strangely beneficial to the white man because whitewashing is a thing, and they've been trying to do that for years. Tales of they want to get rid of slavery showing up in the history books and called them immigrant workers, even though that's exact that no, that's not what happened. It's not what happened at all. Let's be honest. That's whitewashing to get rid of all the terrible, dreadful things that the white man does in history. No, everyone in some capacity is trying to hide their history. Like look at Germany and all that, but they still let you show it or bring it up in the form of education. So
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you hear how one of the things they recently brought up was like, hey, how come we learn about Hitler, but how come we don't learn about the other guy that was German who basically committed genocidal acts against Africans?
tell you what, I actually don't remember that one. I remember hearing about it, but I actually don't remember anything about that.
Man. Oh, so did you hear one of the reasons the whole Aunt Jemima thing came up?
Jemima.
Yeah, Jemima thing came up.
How? I saw it in passing.
Yeah, but here's okay. Supposedly, this is one of the reasons it came up. I forgot what there was one other reason, but the other one was from this TikTok I showed you last night. However, I'm gonna play it again on to share the screen, but this time we're gonna watch it through again, and then you can just give your overall thought again about it. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you know that right now. So,
all right, hold up.
Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's because apparently it's blocking it. Okay, now it shouldn't be blocked. So help me. Okay, there we go. Because where are you? Where are you? Wait, it was just working earlier. I don't know why it's not working right now. Screw this. Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? It's right here. I have Google Chrome open. So basically, I could share with my browser right now, but if I were to share with Firefox, the audio won't play for some reason. But it says I could play. The audio will play if I share it through Google Chrome.
Why don't you just play the audio? Because that's the most important thing. That's the only important thing, really.
Yeah, you're probably right, but I just wanted to share it.
Like we know it's going to be a black lady. Let's be honest. Like, just skip the formalities. Just get to the audio. That's all that matters.
Imagine hearing that without context.
I mean, even with context, it still sounds pretty bad.
Yeah. Hey, watch this. If people catch your screen, watch you people think you're a racist because of your.
Yeah, because everything I'm going to say out of context sounds racist as fuck. Like honestly though, like for real, let me go back and track a little bit while you get that shit set up. Like the Aunt Jemima thing, that thing is such an adorable logo. Like it's just a black lady smiling with a really old-fashioned bandana they used to use as a headgear during when the women took over the jobs and shit.
Yeah.
That was like nice to look at. I mean, it's nice to look at, and yeah, the history. Well, it's history.
Yeah.
That's it. Preserve history. Don't get rid of it. Don't whitewash it. What the fuck? By doing that, you're helping the white man whitewash. I don't like that. I don't like history getting what's the word? I guess forgotten is the term, or overridden. I think would be a better term.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Anyway, all right. So I pulled up the clip, and I'm gonna play the audio for my mic. So, yeah, just if it irritates you for your
mic, I'm lowering my volume right now. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Baby, you hungry? Let me fix you some breakfast. Aunt Jemima? Did you know the name Aunt Jemima means slave mammy of the plantation South? Did you know the founder, Chris Rutz, a white man, got the name after attending a minstrel show? Think blackface. Did you also know he hired former slave Nancy Green to be his very own Aunt Jemima, where she went around cooking pancakes and telling people stories of the good old South? And afterwards, they could take home a box of Aunt Jemima and that feeling of having their very own mammy. Not today. Black Lives Matter, people. Even over breakfast.
You know, now that I really think, that just reminded me of? I just remembered that Aunt Jemima itself is a very fucking, dude, that name is worth a lot now.
What do you mean?
Because of the company.
Yeah.
Like that's such a, thinking about it, the way they're saying that, this huge ass company, PepsiCo, right? PepsiCo. I think they own them. I forgot which company, but that's a huge brand, they're just going to change on a fly.
Yeah.
It debuted in 1889. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Aside from that, though, for the fucking audio bullshit again that I have to hear for a second time so I can get aid some more. Fuck me.
Right.
No.
Mind giving us your thoughts on that?
Oh, the big thing here, like I already said the other piece, but like the big
Or
thing
you
is
can
I'm not gonna
just
hold up.
I,
I'm not gonna fucking live my life going like, oh, you got to talk like this, or you need to be more aware of that, or don't be a jackass because this happened to the. No, I'm not doing that. I'm fucking not doing that. I'm not living like that. No. You can literally jump off a cliff if you expect me to live like that, where I have to be constantly alert for everyone's sensitivities and shit. Like I'm all for being good to your fellow human being and shit, but God no, I'm not gonna be that careful. Hell, what happened to the old jokes we used to do when we were fucking hell? The
back in
old
high
jokes
school.
in high school we did some terrible fucking jokes, but at the end of the day, they were still jokes.
Yeah.
No one takes them seriously. That's why they're called jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell when someone is being passively aggressively racist.
Yeah.
Just having this idea that you can't even really, you know what it does? It curbs dark humor, and dark humor is one of the best humor.
Yeah. Actually.
And I ain't fucking doing that. I'm not gonna look. I won't be able to watch TV, play video games, or none of that if everyone's gonna be like this fucking sensitive about it. Literally,
it's crazy to think. Yeah, because back in high school, no one would care. But nowadays, like people will like be so overly.
I'm still wondering who the fuck actually cares. Because back in high school, people were some fucking bitches, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, no, they're like it's. Think about it now. Today, people are like that 10 times fold.
Yeah, we call them tinfoil.
Yeah,
I mean, and there's a lot of other things there too that are just like pretty racist. So why just the fucking like why why the big company brand? Why the corporation? That's actually what I gotta wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. Basically, it's all because at the end of the day, it's all started from racist origin, which is what people don't like.
That's history, dog.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get rid of history, all I'm gonna tell you is to get fucked.
So why do you say that exactly?
Because it's history. You don't get rid of history. You don't destroy history like that. Like, okay, we already know. Everyone knows realistically that the history is written by the victors. So for all we know, in all honesty, the Nazis could probably have not been that bad, but we don't know that because they lost.
Yeah.
But
funnily enough, you quoted Captain Price. But anyways, continue.
Of course you'd remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Jesus fuck, that was such a disconnect. I just forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Okay. You don't get rid of history. You just don't. Like I cannot stress this. I cannot stress that enough, and I will not stop stressing that enough. Do not get rid of history. That is. I feel like we're not going to live through that, but future generations are definitely going to feel like if that does happen, like if history really just ends up going, we're erasing more and the concept of racism more and more and more. I can feel like maybe like 2 generations after we die, it's going to go back to like literally 1950s, except it's going to be more technologically advanced, and then God knows what's going to happen at that point in life. Assuming we don't, destroy ourselves. But
yeah, you just got me thinking of Nuketown 2025 from Black Ops 2.
Jesus fucking Christ!
The reason I said it, dude, it was basically a realistic, futuristic 1950s town.
Yeah, we call that Fallout.
Well, I haven't played Fallout, so I wouldn't know.
Same deal. Post-apocalypse.
Yeah, but it's crazy to think, It's people ever since do you putting on the note of dark humor though, right? I think people are overly sensitive, and the culture's changed too much. It was in the past few years where you
what culture?
You can't. What?
I'm not joking. What culture? American culture? What?
Basically Western culture.
Okay, so see, this is. I actually had a conversation about this with who was it? I believe it was Pills and even my mom at one point, where we were like, to be accepted as an American, you're essentially giving up everything that made you not an American. To get along with, I'm not gonna say like The people. No, I think the better way is like to basically manage to get a life that's actually livable. You pretty much have to say, okay, we can't really do anything that we did from our countries because that's not going to do nothing. So we have to do by the American standard, whatever the fuck that means. And eventually, you're gonna do that for so many years, you're gonna forget your own culture, and then you just assimilate into what is essentially the American culture. But even then, if you're of color, you're not gonna get very much out of it. You're gonna lose everything, and then you're gonna gain very little in return.
Oh man,
Excuse me.
I don't honestly think your viewpoint's not too far off from that. Honestly,
It's like I'm definitely way more cynical about this particular movement with the Black Lives Matter than I probably would be, because I think years ago I was pretty okay with it, but then the more time that passes, it just if they stop saying Black Lives Matter and started saying all lives matter, I'd definitely be all for it, but they don't. So if we theoretically say that the whites and blacks now are in the top majority, that still leaves everyone else in, hell.
yeah. And oh yeah, and remember, and you've heard how some people apparently get mad when you say all lives matter instead of Black Lives Matter, right?
I'm telling you, those people really, I don't know who the fuck you are, but literally back the fuck up. That makes no sense. Because all lives is still black lives, so what's the difference?
Yeah, it's just that. Well, let's me to another question. Do you think there is actually in improper racial justice in this country?
Improper racial justice.
Well, I mean, like bias towards certain races.
Racism?
Yeah. Well, yeah, race. Yeah, racism. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like this.
Roll that back. Roll that back. You're confusing me.
Okay. In terms, I mean, like, I'd say more along the lines where. Okay. Let's try to make a comparison. So, if you were white, you get off on a lighter sentence, but if you were black, you get a harsher sentence.
Oh,
basically.
that definitely happened. Did you not see the news where that actually happened?
Yeah, no. I was just wondering, do you believe that kind of stuff happens a lot?
Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, do you think the system's like super fucked in that regard?
I don't think the system's super fucked. I just think the people in the system are super fucked. Like the. What do you want me to? It's the same deal as most politics are white, so the ones who benefit the most are white. It's the same deal in pretty much. I'm not gonna say every government body, but like probably every government body. Like
Majority.
Police definitely on the police, definitely in Congress and the not whatever else.
Politicians,
yeah, politics. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Another government body.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck the White House is right now.
Yeah. And can we all and you agree that Congress is basically shit?
Oh fuck yeah, it's been shit for a long time.
It brings me actually to something I found on Twitter the other day, but let me just read it to you, and you can just bring it back, and you can just give me your thoughts on this. I think it's true for the most part, because I just pull it up again for my notes, and by notes I mean screenshots on my phone. But anyways, it says, "Welcome to the U.S., where we pretend our problems are created by one man and ignore that both parties have been failing us for decades."
Who? Okay, wait. Repeat that one more time.
It says, "Welcome to the U.S., where we pretend our problems are created by one man and ignore that both parties have been failing us for decades."
What?
Okay.
No. I understand, but it's just that makes no sense to me. Like, what?
I mean, basically, there's always been problems with Republicans and Democrats in Congress even before Trump took office, and they've been just always been causing a shit show.
I know that two very particular Democrats were Hillary Clinton and what's that other guy? Biden, actually, himself. I remember those two had some pretty decently sized turds floating around. And then for Republicans, I think the list is too long, but all the way back from Bush's time. Although I wouldn't blame Bush for 9/11. I'd blame the people for that one. You old fucks.
But do you?
Both have definitely both have problems. Although, what I think is the Democrats' problem is more international. They just don't they get in people's business, dude. Like Biden, he definitely got in people's business. He like Ukraine. Ooh, that Ukraine shit with his son. Ooh, he got into someone else's business. And then Hillary Clinton, I think she had a few messes outside, but I actually can't recall them right now because
the big one was the Benghazi one.
Refresh me on that one.
Okay, so it was the emails of there were supposed emails of her. It's vague in my memory too, but this is basically an incident happened in Benghazi where I think some sort of U.S. ambassador was killed, but I could be wrong. I remember it's based it's based off the movie 13 Hours by Michael Bay is actually based off what happened there, but for the most part I think it's accurate, but I'm just saying that's what it's based off of. Anyways, so basically, a lot of people died, a lot of soldiers died, and a few of them were traumatized by it, and they lost a lot of friends and comrades because of it. However, so supposedly when those Hillary email leaks happened like 4 years ago, one of them was about how she knew what happened in Benghazi, knew what was going to happen, and didn't bother at all to do anything about it when she was Secretary of State.
Hold on. I might be getting my terminology wrong. Just let me look what specifically do.
Yeah. Boy, that's what I can remember to the best of my knowledge without looking it up, though.
I'm just gonna do that right now. So he's saying conducts negotiations. Okay, she's the foreign policy lady. Got it.
Yeah, Secretary of State. That's all who deals with foreign policy. If you didn't know.
So she knew about Benghazi, and she didn't do anything about it.
Basically, that's what it came down to, and because of that, several soldiers and then almost an entire squad died because of that.
14 deaths in total, and only 4 Americans were injured. I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't look that insane, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't look that insane, but
like I do understand the whole. I knew this was happening, didn't do shit, but holy shit, this is what they used as a fucking thing against.
No, but imagine that. No, but imagine that. Looking back on it, look how bad it looks to her.
You know what really looks bad?
What?
The entirety of Nixon's entire career. That looks bad.
Ouch. Watergate.
There's something a lot worse than that, I believe. They said that the fucking mafia literally bought in the fucking seat to the office. That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just imagine that, though. Imagine that in the public image saying, you let these soldiers die, and you knew it was going to happen, but you just didn't bother at all.
I'm not going to fucking lie, dude. Like, I understand I understand the fact that she knew and she didn't do shit. That is worth, yeah, I would definitely say that's worth some salt. But Jesus fucking Christ, the actual, like, tragedy out of that is, like, I'm not going to say tragedy, like, the people who died were not that many.
Yeah.
Like, you can name way worse from before.
No.
Honestly, I think Obama did pretty decent, but he got some people killed too. Dude.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying. But I think there was more to the leaks too, to the leaked emails. That was just one part of it.
Well, what bugs me is that was it confirmed that those were like actual leaks and not forgeries?
Oh no, they were confirmed.
Because that's been an issue lately. So
no, I mean those were actually confirmed. Otherwise, because she didn't deny them.
Okay, Hillary's also kind of a fish, but let's just do it. Let's just go.
No,
with it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's for the Democrats.
Yeah.
But then there's the Republicans, dog.
You want to go off your tangent on that then?
I rather we'd be stuck here all day, dog.
No, it's fine. I mean, you can just take a few minutes. It wouldn't bother me.
All right, let's just start with the names right out the gate. For more recent times, you got Nixon, Bush, I actually forgot the other guy's name. What was his name? Shit.
Who are you talking about?
That's what I mean. I actually forgot. I was thinking one other guy, but I forgot his name completely. Like I don't even remember who he is. Was it? No, it wasn't Cruz, was it?
Cruz.
No.
Oh, you're talking about Republicans.
Yeah. Like, remember that bitch who was going against Trump, and then when Trump was winning, he just said, "Oh, I endorse Trump 100%."
Oh, Lindsey Graham.
No, there's a guy.
No, that's his name, Lindsey Graham.
What's it?
Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham.
I know, it's crazy. Lindsey's can be guys.
Actually, I don't think this is the guy.
Yeah.
I think it's a completely another guy.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Joey? Hey, what's up?
Okay, either way, they did some.
Yeah, but I know you're talking about, but I think
Ted
it was
Cruz. Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah, Ted Cruz too. Lindsey Graham was another guy who said that too, but he was like, yeah.
Dude, they all look like fish. Holy shit.
Yeah. But I would.
Trump's also another point of contention. Now that we're talking about it,
yeah.
You know,
anyways,
let me just destroy all the treaties and trades.
Anyways, continue on.
Let me just destroy all the treaties and trades.
Yeah, I mean, no,
you know, the taco, the Ciolini.
Ouch. There was someone else I thought you. There's some more other things you were gonna say about that too.
I probably shouldn't because, like, it's kind of honestly what they do in retrospect doesn't feel as bad anymore, just because Trump exists,
yeah,
and he's a president, and
But mind you, they said nah, he doesn't deserve to be impeached though. Would you? Okay, you know how the Senate is a majority of Republicans.
Yeah, which is AIDS because
Because remember how you got impeached back earlier this year, right?
I remember earlier this year they were all like impeach Trump.
Yeah, that
it was inquiry. I think I remember.
Yeah, basically. But the House basically approved of it, but then there was the Senate and saying, and I knew right away, I was like, yeah, the Senate's gonna let that shit go because the Senate is a majority of Republicans anyway. And imagine going that through your head, thinking about that. You knew they basically, I think this was the most legitimate thing to at least impeach him for, I will say. But
there's a lot actually.
No. I mean, no, I'm talking about out of the other bogus times they tried to impeach him. I forgot the first time they did it was I think a stupid reason, but can't remember. But this time I thought it was more legitimate. But just the Senate, majority of Republicans filled up the House. They all basically said, let's not impeach him.
That Senate literally needs to fucking die. Literally, I'm not even joking when I say they literally need to fucking die. Because if you can get a refresh, a hard reset, I think that'd be way better. Because that Senate is the reason why there's always what I feel. You know what really bugs me is that even if a Democrat gets elected, it's not going to mean shit because the Senate's always going to be more Republicans. Yeah. And I'm still bugged about that because Republicans have historically been, shit.
Yeah, that was after Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, even poor Abe Lincoln, his shit was actually really well liked by the slavers because he didn't get to finish it. Yeah,
but let's not forget the Democrats were racist back then during that time, especially in the South.
That was interesting, honestly. It's funny how things actually end up switching.
Yeah,
isn't that?
Yeah,
really.
But would you say at the end of the day, Congress has failed us 100 times more?
I wasn't alive to see all their failures.
That's all. But around our time though.
I mean, even in our time, yeah, pretty much.
Because think about it, most of the stuff that tries to happen, Congress can't get this shit together because they always have to argue with each other because they can't agree on anything.
I mean, they never have gotten their shit together. Literally, I think the biggest moment for compromise was Obamacare.
Yeah.
And that was.
And remember, a lot of people forget that was a reason for a government shutdown back in 2013. because they couldn't agree on that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because they can never agree on anything that actually. They'll never agree on anything that benefits the public.
Oh, you know what's the most bullshitted thing that shows how much Congress has actually failed?
What?
Remember that shutdown last year? That lasted like a month and a half?
Yeah, I recall that.
Yeah. Wouldn't you say that's like the most stupidest thing ever?
I mean, if a government shutdown was because they can't agree, then I'm
No, but
surprised
remember
we actually have a
the
government.
reason of the disagreement.
I actually do not.
It was over Trump's border wall.
Let's put this into perspective. Let's think about the fact that there are people who are pro-wall. Let's think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid are you? How much of a goldfish do you gotta be? How much you gotta go bloop, 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 bloop into like whatever the fuck they use to talk in to say the wall is a good idea, even though like realistically that probably they have some racists in there too who cannot be that dumb enough to think that a wall would stop illegals from coming in. You can't be that stupid. If you are literally just jump off a cliff, you'll be doing the world a service. You'll give us more oxygen and breathe in. Like, no, the wall's not going to do shit. The fact that there are people who actually were for it, and the fact that they had to do a government shutdown because of a fucking dumbass wall, that this ugly ass taco, who's so fucking ugly that even the bald eagle said, "Get the fuck away from me." Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Yeah.
That is pretty insane, in all honesty. I don't think it's dumb because like people actually agreed with it. So at that point you kind of had to, and that was probably beneficial because no one actually likes to fight anymore. They only fight if it benefits them, but what's the benefit of the wall going to do? Probably like I think at maximum their political career because Trump's a fucking maniac, schizophrenic, I swear to God. So probably gaining favor with him was why they did it, but the fact that it still happened is no.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day. I think besides from the usually from the president, Congress has always been one of the major issues why some things in this country can't happen. Like, remember how Obama wanted to make college free for the longest time, or just make it debt free for people trying to go to college, right? Guess who wouldn't let that happen?
We know that. I think everyone knows that by now.
Yeah, fucking Congress.
Fucking Congress ruins everything.
It's all because of the Senate and the Republicans don't like that, basically.
What is the Senate comprised of? I have to wonder.
Senators from each state.
Yeah, are they white?
Not all of them.
Because so many things would benefit so many different people, but like above all else, a majority of those things that they wanted to do beforehand would be like beneficial to people of color. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the funny thing is? Did you actually know there was one black Republican in the Senate that actually voted against no to impeaching Trump?
He must be a schizophrenic too.
I just want to let you know that was actually one of the senators that voted against no. But did you know who actually voted yes? That was a Republican in the Senate.
Who?
Mitt Romney.
Really?
Yeah.
The pancake, the cheesecake.
Yeah, he voted yes. Yeah, he's one of the only Republican in the Senate that voted against saying yes. I mean, that said yes to impeaching Trump.
Wow, I'm actually I'm genuinely surprised about that one. The cheesecake actually.
I was too, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just want to let you know that if you didn't know, that was one aspect. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But to think, it always takes me back to one of the reasons we have issues in this country. Because it's
definitely gonna be it's definitely in the Senate just because majority is hold on, if I was reading that right, majority is a Republican at 53 while the Democrats are at 45, and then for some reason there's 2 independents in there.
Yeah, one of them is Bernie Sanders, actually.
He's an independent?
Yeah.
Really now?
Yeah.
Okay, I actually didn't know that. I think I missed that entire shtick. So that's actually not bad.
Yeah, the only problem is I hate it is that he had to get the Democrat support to try to run for president, and that's the thing I don't like at all.
See, I'm really iffy on this whole election thing because I'm like, people are stupid enough that Trump can get reelected, but at the same time, like, people have this weird perception of Democrats that just don't make them like sound very appealing.
But the same can also be said for Republicans.
I mean, if Republicans have historically done what they've done and still managed to get elected, like Donald Trump's existence in office, this ugly thing, is already a horrible sign for the human race. Even more so for America, where it looks just dreadfully bad. A guy who can't even sound professional. It's pretty bad, all things considered.
Oh yeah, did you hear one of his recent speech press conferences like a few days ago?
No.
One of them, it was blowing up on Twitter saying like, "There's not when he mentioned a vaccine for AIDS," but it's like everyone was saying, "There's not a vaccine for AIDS, you dumbass."
Sounds like Trump.
Yeah,
but I did not look at it because I don't look at stupidity.
Yeah, honestly, man, it's just like
it's rough. What actually, the one thing that I really am bothered though is that he's destroying all the trades that Obama actually put up, like all the treaties and trades and shit.
Yeah. Especially
I'm still like angry that I can't even go enjoying a fucking burrito anymore because that shit's like double the fucking price where I used to pay.
Really?
Yeah, fucking shit. Remember I told you I used to go up to this place called Cafe Rio and we used to get like 2 burritos for like 16 and now it's just like fuck me, it's like 24.
Ouch. Didn't know that.
Yeah, it got real bad. Like it spiked right after Trump said let's get rid of the free trade deal thing.
Oh,
with, Canada and Mexico.
Oh, NAFTA.
NAFTA, yeah, that's what it was. I keep forgetting the names, but
yeah, that's what it was.
Once that got rid of, a lot of things just kind of went from like there was always gonna be like a stable to like low price for these kind of things, but right after that shit went, I saw like in the grocery store like things just went up. That used to be like 99 cents, now it's like $1.99, and my mom and I go out and we're like, "What is this trash?" We used to pay 99 cents for this, and nothing else has changed.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And you know,
imagine being an Hispanic in this day and age, dude.
Yeah, it sucks for us, doesn't it?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Bro. Oh yeah, and just to point out, Gabe himself, if you didn't know, is a Hispanic too. So I just want to point that out there, in case someone doesn't know. And someone claims you're a white guy for some reason and thinks you're a racist.
Remember, someone said remember, Icky thought I was black.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Yeah, let's bring up that story real quick. The moment Icky first met you, for your voice and the way you talked, he thought you were black.
So I kind of end up sounding like a Boston dude, according to other people, and sometimes I sound like a Southern dude. Don't even ask me why. I just do shit.
Yeah, you don't even sound like that to me either. And mind you, I've known you for like 9 years.
I thought it was 8.
No, it's 9 years now.
Fuck!
Yeah, dude, it's been that long.
But okay. So I could just like end up. What would be the term? Accent? I guess I'd end up switching my accent.
Your voice.
Yeah, it would be accent, right?
Or I'd say your pitch.
If I sound Boston, that's an accent.
Yeah.
If I sound Southern, that's an accent. If I sound like a filthy, let me not do that now.
Yeah.
But anyways,
someone will try to cancel you later on for that.
I don't give a shit. It's not like I'm online, anyways.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. Oh my god.
Okay.
Anyways, continue.
So, yeah, I do different voices. Sometimes my general attitude of I don't really give a flying fuck if you like, don't do anything against me. And so he thought I was just black, and I was like, I'm Hispanic. In fact, I'm actually really white as fuck because I don't get sunlight because sunlight's for bitches.
Yeah, you're just a Caucasian Hispanic, so a Hispanglo-Saxon. Even though you're like mixed.
Look like one. Let's put that out there. I look like one.
You look like one, and it's crazy.
But I'm actually full Hispanic. Or if you ask my mom, I'm half Uruguayan and half trash.
I mean, that is true. Considering I mean, being a Salvadoran, I'm not afraid to admit a lot of them Salvadorians are like shitty people.
Y'all steal shit way too
Yeah.
much. Look at you, Neftali.
Let's not bring that up right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
But trades.
oh wait,
Trades.
yeah.
That's the big thing. A lot of treaties and trades this fucker's been ruining, and that's just really sucks for anyone who's of doesn't look like they belong in the sand. Oh wait, that's not a good one. Okay, that's not a good one because there's other people for that.
Oh,
Sad. The sand one. I forgot they already used the sand joke.
Hmm.
Oh well.
oh yeah. But on another thing, that brings me up to the whole race thing again, right? And the history of this country's racism. Oh yeah. So remember, did you know you know the whole thing about them like states removing Confederate statues?
I saw one video in passing in Twitter that showed a bunch of people literally rolling down a Confederate statue into a bay. I think it was. I don't remember where it was, but I remember just seeing a video of it.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of white redneck looking ass goons that tried to fish it out.
But what would you say on the part of removing Confederate statues like in states?
That's kind of dicey for me because it's still historical, but I don't like. I feel okay. Statues to me feel like they're celebrating something. So if you're celebrating something and then you have a statue of a racist person, then you're celebrating racism. So I don't like changing history as we have it because then you just muddle what's true and what's false.
And we
But at
don't
the
learn
same
from our past
time-
mistakes.
Yeah. But at the same time, I do not endorse any form of like racism, especially like any form of celebration of it. So I think I'd be more leading to if they want to get rid of all the statues of racist people, I'm all for it.
Confederate statues, mind you.
Confederates, yeah. Well, I'm fine with statues in general because you got to be an arrogant piece of shit to even want a statue. But whatever. If we're talking just Confederate statues, then yeah, I think sure. You know who should get fucking canceled though? Fucking Thomas Edison. Let's put it out there. Let's take everything away from him. Let's make sure history remembers that he was a little bitch, killed people for their inventions, and then took credit. Anyways, all right. Confederate statues. What else?
I don't think he has a statue, but whatever. Anyways, because I think the most notable one is when they removed a statue of Robert E. Lee from I think Virginia. What was it? But
see, the fact that Virginia did that is actually kind of wild, if I'm being honest.
yeah, it was somewhere in Virginia. But you heard about that one, did you?
I think that might no, I don't recall which one it was. I don't remember which one it was that I saw. I just saw one getting rolled into a body of water.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
But I was wondering if you did hear about the Robert E. Lee removal, though. Okay, remember when we were learning about the Civil War, right? He was the head general of the South. I forgot.
Wait, actually,
the Confederacy.
That might have been the one. Actually,
Yeah,
I looked at.
He was the head general of the Confederacy in the Civil War.
You said Virginia. Okay, yeah, Virginia. I'm not sure if that was him, but I think it was. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just letting you know that they had a statue from somewhere in Virginia, and like I think the county or state just approved its removal because they didn't want it anymore. And it's like, okay, I'm fine with that. But it's just like, yeah, let's not celebrate racism, right? But let's also learn from our mistakes from history. Would you agree with that?
Hell yeah, always learn from your mistakes in history.
Yeah, but you don't like this is one thing you don't like about the Aunt Jemima thing because it's basically trying to get rid of our mistakes and not look on back on saying why it's bad. I think I worded that wrong, but
yeah, you threw me for a loop for a second.
Yeah, but you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Let me reiterate. I don't like when you delete history.
Yeah,
that's the big point. That's the end point. Delete history, you lose my vote. Change history, you lose my vote because then you don't know what's actually true. And that's the worst thing you can do. If you don't know something's true, then you second guess, well, everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still felt like the Aunt Jemima one was harmless. Like, it's just the logo.
Yeah.
Like, it's
But
a logo for syrup and pancake mix. Like, what the fuck is that going to do to you? You're going to see that shit and you're going to be like, wow, I'm triggered. Really?
because of its racist origins.
Again, I'm all with statues because statues are celebration. This is a fucking company, dog. They're just trying to make a buck.
Yeah. I mean, that's what people don't like anymore. It's like anything affiliated with racist origin is a problem.
But see, the problem is that everything could be racist.
Yeah.
Like historically speaking, I did not even know of so many racial slurs until I was told these were made because of the white man during this period, this period, or this period.
And you know what the funny thing is?
I was just using them because I thought they weren't even words. I thought they were just letters.
Yeah.
So what? No, I'm not living like that again. Christ.
Yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? Do you know how people keep thinking America is, or some people in America, like America started slavery?
Pardon?
Yeah. Supposedly, a lot of people don't know the original origin of how slavery actually started. Not like slavery in America, but just like slaves in general.
Slaves in general started in Spain, and then
I think it was either Spain or somewhere in the Middle East.
I'm certain it was okay. I'm certain what actually happened was it was Spain, and then they brought
or
it
in the Middle East. But I heard somewhere it was in the Middle East too. But it was like
that one. That one's completely new to me. I've never once heard of that. But what I recall is that it started in Spain. Then during one of their trade trips, the Spaniards pretty much said, "Oh yeah, by the way, there's this little place here," and they just kind of like briefly mentioned it. And then some wise ass said, "You know what we could actually do? We can actually get free labor by making these people slaves." And that's what they did. Which is why.
Oh yeah.
Bad.
So after looking up where slavery came from, it says the term slave has its origins in the word Slav. The Slavs, who inhabited a large part of Eastern Europe, were taken as slaves by the Muslims of Spain during the 9th century AD.
That's the name, though. The word slaves.
Yeah. But I think, it's trying to get on as like, yeah. But at the end of the day, basically every civilization had slaves, though.
Yeah, pretty much. A majority of them did. Okay.
Yeah. So let's not forget though. What it didn't. It's not.
I mean, does it matter if it started in America? I don't think.
No, but just a lot of people just always get wrong with the term white people started slavery.
Okay, if you want to get technical, Spaniards are pretty white.
Yeah, but I mean, but would you say it's the same thing for some Arabs?
I've never really seen a light-skinned Arab, but maybe they exist. I don't know. I hear they do, but that sounds like a myth to me.
Yeah, Arabs can be the same as us, basically.
Yeah,
you can't really tell.
I've just never seen one, so I don't know what they look like. So I can't really make an assumption because if I don't know something exists, I don't know if it exists.
Yeah, I know. And that brings me into another thing, But so you said you don't. Earlier you said you supported Black Lives Matter, but now you don't. Basically, can you elaborate on that?
See, now you're just putting things in my mouth, dog.
Sorry. Wow.
What I said was that when I was younger, I was all for specifically what they're calling it now, which is the Black Lives Matter thing. Because at the time, even though it was called Black Lives Matter, you kind of got this impression that it included everybody. Now you're under this impression that only Black lives actually matter and not everyone else too. So this specific movement does not feel like
it doesn't actually feel like Black Lives Matter to you.
No, what it feels like is like I'm just giving rights to the blacks while I'm still in the dirt.
Yeah.
Sorry to say that I don't work like that.
Okay, so I get your point now.
Especially since like
but you don't like what some
they can be racist to us too, like on top of that.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, before I continue to change that to them, but it basically comes down to you don't like how they are now compared to how they used to be at first.
I don't like the implication that it's only black people's lives that really matter.
Okay, just clarifying that. Okay, so let me give you the most stupidest thing I see on Twitter, right? Because this is one thing I do not like. Because at the end of the day, racism is racism, and it can happen to anybody, regardless of your skin color or race, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, that's what it is by definition.
So let me tell you the most stupidest shit I see and read on Twitter from black people, right? Like,
Let's hear that with no context.
yeah, right. So here's the thing. Sometimes I be seeing them saying black people can't be racists. They can be racially prejudiced.
What does that fucking mean? I hear that shit all the time, but it makes no sense to me. What the fuck does it mean? Is that not the same thing? Racially prejudice by race is literally racism.
You know, yeah, I'm just saying.
Prejudice is the exact same word.
Doesn't that sound stupid? Very stupid.
It's the exact same word. Like, it's literally racism as an exact. Like, you just flip the words. It's not like the meaning gets flipped. Well, some words do.
Yeah.
Well,
and it just blows. Oh, what?
It's literally the same fucking deal. It's just racism. They just flip the words. That's it.
Yeah, because it blows my mind how often I see that on there. I'm just like, bro, this is how you don't get rid of racism. Because they all about want to get rid of racism, right?
I mean, it just makes you sound stupid. That's the big thing. When you sound stupid, people don't take you seriously. When people don't take you seriously, nothing happens.
Yeah. And it brings me to another question to ask. Do you believe there are racial double standards and, reverse racism?
Yeah, we call that let me not actually do a really bad joke there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, honestly, I saw it in high school all the time.
What do you mean?
You remember some of the nonsense where they're like, "Oh, you're being racist," but then they literally say exactly what someone else says to another person of their own fucking race, and they're like, "We're not being racist."
Basically, racial double standards.
I mean, that's literally what it is. Everything has double standards. Probably has another word for this nonsense, but not that I can recall.
I'm just like, yeah, that's why I just don't like that. It's just like, y'all talk about getting rid of racism, but yeah, you do this, you don't get racism that way. It just makes things worse.
That's actually funny. You know, now I just vaguely recalled is because blacks are always just like, oh, we are discriminated against by white people all the time, and then Hispanic people are discriminated by black people, and then Hispanic people discriminate Middle Easterns, and it's a whole cycle of bullshit.
Yeah, and a lot of people seem to forget to realize that. Which is a big thing, honestly.
Like, I mean, hell, like literally everybody hates Mexicans. Like, that's a fact of life.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of fucked up.
Like, my favorite thing that I ever saw was that I heard a bunch of El Salvadorians complain about Mexicans back in high school, and I'm just like, you're both Hispanic on top of that. Like, that's the first thing. You're both, like, Hispanic race. You both speak Spanish. You're both like, you motherfucker. You guys look the same. What? Why are you racist to the other? Like, that makes no sense. And then you'll probably find, like, if you see like a I don't want to kind of call them out like this, but like, you ever had that one black teacher that just because you're Hispanic, they just kind of shrug you off?
No.
Man, you're fucking lucky.
Wait, that happened to you?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I got all sorts of shit when I was growing up in high school.
Yeah.
Fucking racist teachers, racist classmates, you got the whole 9 yards, and it's just like, oh, he's just joking. I was like, he's clearly being racist, but if I said something, my ass is going to the office. Not that it matters because the office was scared of my mom, so that was the thing.
Yeah. That's a sad thing, is like, that's another sad thing, just how hypocritical people can be like that. I really don't like that. It's just like, you don't, like I keep saying, this is how you don't get rid of racism. It just makes things fucking worse. Okay. Y'all are just a bunch of hypocrites.
Real quick, we can definitely make that case beforehand, but because people are actually doing something now, I'm actually not sure where this is going to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
This could go this can go either way. It could go that all it does is make racism worse. It could actually kill racism, or this might just like melt into nothing because the pandemic exists right now. So what's going to happen is going to kill everybody. Like
Honestly.
this can go any direction, honestly. Like I really can't tell you what's up.
Yeah, and you know what the funny thing is? I just want to point that out there right now too. Well, I'll probably say this in the future too. There are some people may not know. I just don't realize it. There are actually some black people out there that actually do not support Black Lives Matter for legitimate reasons. Like it's crazy because I told you about Drexel, who sometimes appears on Nick Bricato's stream. He's black, and Nick's is white. And that's his best friend. He goes on to elaborate. Yeah, the reason I don't like Black Lives Matter, right? Because he sees it as somewhat of a power grab, and not to mention they're all about this, right? And about police brutality, right? Then he was like, "But where were y'all when it happens to Justine Demont and Tony Timpone and a few other people? Y'all didn't say a single fucking word." Basically, what it comes down to.
You know what's actually terrifying that he
Right.
says? Because that's exactly what LTG said of all things.
Low tier God.
Yeah, the guy who dead ass goes out of his way to use every single racist remark for his own color. He said exactly that. That's terrifying.
Man.
So what I'm getting is that literally he actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gone. I'm done.
I mean, but
That
it's
doesn't make
actually
no
true
fucking
though.
sense. I mean, yeah, like actually, I can definitely understand that, but it's just like
It's always a sad thing too. It's like if you have a different opinion like that, and it was like, yeah, you're not black. He's not black, even though he is. But at the end, no, here's the thing I don't like. At the end of the day, you are what you are. Period. All right.
So
Just because
I
of your
like-
personality
Hold
doesn't
on.
make you a certain. Doesn't make you like a wannabe race.
So I like how, like, I'm not even, I'm Hispanic,
Yeah.
and I pretty much said something like that, like just earlier.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
So it's not just me who's like, yeah, this doesn't feel genuine. This feels like kind of bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, it brings me back to something in one episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that really hit the most. Like, I think it's still a relevant thing today.
This dude's
It's
French
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air of all things.
No, but it has some serious topics that were great. Okay, so here's the thing. In one episode, Will and Carlton try to join an all-black fraternity, right? But the thing is, they went for trial and error and everything. At the end of the day, Will got in, but Carlton didn't because the frat recruiter did not like how called him a sellout and rejected him basically because of his privileged upbringing, because he wasn't, too black enough for them.
Dude, okay, I actually know that very well, and I fucking hate it. I'm the luckiest unlucky motherfucker in this planet. Because I'm lucky enough to be born with a mom who did some major amount of shit. So she made bank. She was able to support us, and we could do shit that a lot of other people can't do. That's a fact of life.
Yeah.
And because of that, if I ever have a complaint, my complaint is, oh, you had this kind of life. Who cares what you think? So what that basically means is that no matter what happens, even if I have genuine problems with anything, it could be literally even for what we're talking about. It could be because of race. It could be this whole racist shit. Or it could be just because, fuck, dude, I feel like shit every day because this is what happens. It doesn't matter because no one's gonna give a shit because I lived a privileged life. I can't fucking relate to other Hispanics because they live in a way that's, God, this sounds terrible, but you know what I'm gonna say. It's the same deal.
Yeah.
Because that's not how I grew up with. Like, I don't fucking know. It's like to live in El Salvador for 11 years. I've had some experiences where I had to like bathe with no electricity by boiling water or some shit, and I'm like, damn. I feel for these people, but if I say anything like I was like, oh yeah, this shit happened and that kind of sucks. It's just like, bro, what are you complaining about? I used to have to bathe with not even soap, with a what do they call it? A pellet.
Yeah. I think
It's
so.
like, if you complain, you're privileged. If you look unhappy, you're ungrateful. It fucking is dreadful.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
So I
Yeah.
can definitely say like, yeah, I lived a good life, but excuse me, I lived with a lucky life, I guess you can say. But then everything else is pretty fucking shit. I got real bad luck. I meet the worst people known to man. My shit breaks left and right. Computers can't work for shit. God, everything else sucks. But the fact that I was born with a mom who had money means my opinion's invalid. So
Yeah, it's crazy, you know.
yeah, it really fucking sucks. I'm
Yeah,
hard
and
pressed to ever find anyone who's just like, damn, okay, I'll listen to what you got to say.
yeah, and when people, and the funny thing is, have you ever came across somebody and they consider you not Hispanic, but even though you are Hispanic?
Yeah, plenty of times. It's called Mexico.
Yeah, well,
Remember, I lived there for a year.
yeah. But I'm just saying that whole episode, I think that's still a relevant topic to this day, which is kind of sad to think about.
That's actually pretty rough because I understand that very fucking well, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that one really sucks. Just you're a race and they don't even keep you in there. But if you can't even go, okay, so you're stuck in limbo. Your own race doesn't give a shit about you, and then the one that you resemble the most, which would be American, aka white, you're not white. They especially don't like you, so you're left in this limbo with literally nothing.
Mm.
And that's kind of a big thing that I think actually makes America. I don't know what to call it. So for the sake of brevity, I think I'll call it Americanization. Is basically means you lose your culture because you can relate with people who've been through what you've been through, right? So in my situation where you were born with a parent who had money enough to feed you, you never had to actually ask for anything, right? So you can relate to other people like that. But then in turn, you're pretty much you kind of have to leave behind your culture. You can't be Hispanic. You have to be an American. Even though the whites of America don't want you. Your own fucking race doesn't want you because you're acting too much like a gringo, as they like to call it in our family gatherings.
Oh God.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Fuck that shit. But they'll say that, and then you just kind of get forgotten in the middle of it all. So you're just like, "What am I doing here?" Like, no one's gonna talk to me. No one wants to talk to me. All they do is pretty much like low key, passively aggressively insult me. So, who cares about what you think? Like, fuck you. So you pretty much lose your identity. You're not Hispanic anymore. You're just an American. Even though I guess that's. I don't want to say that's great because like culture is also history and you shouldn't forget that. I personally think it's kind of shit sometimes because Hispanics are let's have you drink as a kid so you get used to it, and then they party mad hard as adults, and that's a environment that's extremely oppressive.
Right.
And then with like I don't know Americans, it's literally a fucking Hallmark movie up in that bitch. But then everywhere else, it's just like theft is okay because we need to survive. But I don't really agree with that. But what else can you do? Because that's everyone else. Your ass is muted, by the way.
I know. I just have to mute myself very briefly.
So it's pretty like you're stuck you're stuck in a rock and a hard place. You can't go forward. You can't go back. You're just stuck there in limbo.
Yeah. And that's
So
unfortunate.
It really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna cut our time short here for this show. I gotta do something soon, so. But we can actually do part 2 sometime. I mean, I can have you on sometime in the future anyway. So, I mean, I know your schedule. What your schedule's like anyway. So.
Yeah, my schedule is non-existent because
you don't have one.
Take me the fuck home.
Oh man, no, but I'd love to have you on some other time so we could talk about other stuff. I mean, maybe you'll be joined by other guests too. I mean, I just all depends who I can bring on. So, who knows? I might even bring on Joey too sometime in the future.
Part 2 is definitely going to be my profile picture. Police brutality.
Oh my god! Just imagine seeing that was the context, without context, and people are just like, "Ah, police! Yeah, he must be canceled."
Bro, I've been staring at my like Majima's face for like the last fucking hour, and I was just like, dude, I keep forgetting to talk about like the actual like huge thing to this movement, which is police brutality.
I mean, we can talk about that like in another time, but that's actually
Yeah,
if you wanna.
I should have mentioned it now, but
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna bring it up again Sunday when I bring on the Crows of Judgment. But if you want to come on during then, you're free to come on. I'll send you a link if you want. We're probably gonna do it at like around 1 or 12 anyway. So, but I just want to let you know, you're free to come on.
Oh, that's pretty fucking early. I don't know.
Yeah, I know because they're doing a stream later in that afternoon anyway. But I'm just letting you know you're free to come on because we talk about a lot of stuff too. So
I'll say maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to let you know that. But in any case, I know no one's probably not going to be watching this right now, but I'm going to keep the stream up. But in any case, I'll be having more streams in the future as well. And anyways, by this time the stream comes up too, The Last of Us 2 will be coming out tomorrow, and I'll be getting it
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
I can't wait to complain about it.
Yeah. Oh no, here's the thing. I'm gonna be live streaming my playthrough of it and enjoy the misery. So you can feel free to watch me play it and be miserable while at it.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Because Icky and Peels wanted to see that too. Because I said I'd buy the game on their behalf. So
where's my money, Victor?
You'll get it soon. Don't worry.
Anyways, you got money to buy a game, but you got money to pay me. I see how it is.
All right.
Sleep with an eye open. Sleep with an eye open.
Oh my god, Majima. Don't worry. I'll sleep with my eye open.
Dude.
Anyways, I'm gonna be ending the stream here for those who watch. Thank you for watching, and until my next show, and see you later.